You okay, bro?
Yeah.
Hi. This is my partner, Megan.
Yes.
She had long conversations with Levi.
Okay.
So.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Andrew.
Andrew. I'm Megan.
The time is now 10:38 on December 19th, and my name is Investigator Rich Wostocki with the Will County State's Attorney's Office, and this is
Megan Brooks, and I'm with the Will County State's Attorney's Office.
So we already advised you of your rights back at the house, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to advise you of them again. Before we ask any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent, you understand that?
Yeah.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, you understand that?
Yeah.
You have the right to an attorney, you understand that?
Yeah.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you before any questioning begins if you wish one, you understand that?
Yeah.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements, you understand that? And this is the second time I've read that to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right now you're in custody at the Castro Police Department, and you're in custody for the downloading and sharing, distributing child pornography.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
We talked about you sharing the images that you were downloading online, and we went through all that on a recorded statement previously, right?
Yeah.
So, the reason why we want to talk to you now, though, AJ, is that Megan talked to Levi, and I talked to Levi, and there's some things that we need to discuss what happened between you guys.
Yeah.
Okay? So, in talking to Levi, he said that there was some kind of plan when you guys were driving around. Do you know what that is?
No.
About grabbing a mom and a daughter?
Yeah.
You remember talking about that?
Yeah.
What was the conversation there? What
Just, like, thinking about doing it and just driving around looking for a girl.
Looking for girls walking down the street. What age group were you looking for?
I don't know, just whatever.
Just whatever popped up?
Yeah.
So were you going to try and get a kid that was not with their mom, or did you want one with the mom?
We hadn't really planned it like that, like just...
What was the conversation?
I don't really remember. We were just talking about just getting a girl, whatever.
How old of a girl?
I don't know.
Like a little girl? Like to start keeping
Like
down?
in your mind, how old were you thinking?
Probably younger than 8.
Younger than 8?
Yeah.
Because would that be easier to handle, you think? I mean, is that why, or you're just interested in...
Yeah, I don't know.
You like 8 and younger?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So, was this conversation, when you talked to your brother about it, did that happen in the car? Were you guys in the car talking about it? Were you up in your room? Where were you at?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
We might have been talked about it once or twice in the car, talked about it a couple times in the house.
Have you talked about it for a long time, though?
Yeah, kind
Because
of.
he said that you've been talking about this like your whole life.
Yeah.
Is that true?
But, like, not doing like that, but yeah, talking about stuff like not kidnapping, but just doing stuff like downloading whatever.
Oh, downloading child porn?
Yeah.
Well, he said that you like have always kind of wanted to kidnap. Have you always? When did the kidnapping thing start to?
I don't even remember. A
couple years ago.
Probably.
You've always had the desire to just grab a kid.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about what you would do with the kid after you grabbed him?
Her, no.
Or her, yeah, because he said it had to be a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason why it had to be a girl versus a boy, or why do you prefer girls? That's your preference?
Yeah.
You just want a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what you would do with her after you got her?
Probably not.
You don't know?
No.
Did you guys talk about where you were going to go?
I think we just said we'd just drive around in the car, do it like that in the car, whatever.
Okay. Is that what the car seat was for?
No.
No?
That was for his baby girl.
Okay.
That we watched a long time ago. That might not even have been his.
Okay. Did you see, did you actually have the baby girl with you?
Yeah.
Okay, because he says the baby girl doesn't exist. So you actually had...
That's what he said?
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah.
What?
We just had the car seat to, like, troll, spam people, whatever.
Okay, just to troll around.
He just likes to make people think he has a daughter.
Why?
I don't know. And
Okay.
I just just wanted to say that because I think so what he would say.
That was your cover story,
Yeah.
was that he had a daughter?
No, not that for people like that, just our friends and stuff. I don't know why he likes to pretend he has a daughter. He
Okay.
just says, but I think he does have kids, girls, and I don't know if he watches them or sees them.
So, but did you never really babysit that kid?
No.
So that's just a made-up
So that was
story.
just a lie that you
Yeah.
told me to cover for him?
Because I thought he was gonna say that he had a daughter because he just likes to pretend.
Because that's the story that you guys tell people,
Yeah.
right? Now, who bought the car seat?
I bought it, but he paid for it.
Okay, where'd you buy it?
Walmart, I think.
Okay, do you remember how long ago?
No, I don't. Sometime last year.
Okay, and so it was, whose idea was it to buy the car seat?
It was his,
Okay.
and because he wanted to get it just to just make people think we had a baby girl or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Just like fuck with people, I guess.
Okay, so just so,
We just like to do that, just to fuck with people. And
just to make people, did you ever put like $1 or anybody in the seat? Or?
No.
No? And that
And
was
we
never,
used to have a car before that we had like a baby girl down the front. We just put on just to see people's reactions and stuff and see what they would do.
okay, did anybody ever do anything?
Not really. They just looked and took pictures.
Nobody did anything, okay. So when you were talking, so do you think the kidnapping desire has been a desire of yours for the past 2 years? Would you say?
It might have been longer. I don't remember exactly how long, but yeah.
Okay. Did your brother have that desire to kidnap too?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was something that you two talked about together?
Yeah.
And what did you guys say? Like, how did that even come up?
I don't even remember.
Was it while you were watching child porn?
No, we don't really watch it together.
You don't watch it together?
We maybe just check it out. I just make sure that I watch it first because make sure that there's no boys in it. And
Why do you make sure there's no boys?
because we don't like it, and then he's traumatized from him being molested when he's younger, so he doesn't want to even see that. So I check it first.
But when we were at the house, you told me that you both watch it together.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I said we downloaded it together.
Okay. And then
We
you guys...
we watch it the first time, but then after that we don't watch it together.
Okay, so you just put it in the hard drives,
Yeah.
and then you take it to your computer to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute, so, go back for a second. So you download, who downloads, you or?
We both do.
You both download?
Yeah.
How do you decide what you're gonna download?
I just put whatever I think of and just put it in there and then
Like a search
just
term?
click them.
Okay, and then you pick out what movies you want?
Sometimes I just randomly just click them without even looking.
Okay.
And we talked about your search terms, right?
Yeah.
Which were what?
ADHD and Lolita and Little Girl. And I forgot what else to say.
Okay.
So he told you to view them first just to make sure there's not boys in those?
Yeah,
Those
because
things.
he's traumatized by that.
He doesn't want to see naked boys?
Yeah.
Okay, and how about you?
I don't want to see them either, but it bothers me seeing them, but not like it would him.
Okay, so you kind of protect him, and
Yeah.
you preview
Yeah,
the
I
child
look at it and
before
watch
he
it.
watches
Yeah.
it. And then does he tell you, so he tells you he only wants to watch the girls,
Yeah,
and what is his age preference?
the same. I don't
I don't know what
think
yours
of it.
is.
Oh,
So you said 8 and under?
yeah, I think his is the same. I'm not sure.
Okay. And have you always been attracted to little girls?
I think it started when I was as early as I can remember. I think about 13, 14 maybe.
13, you decided
Yeah,
that
Like younger girls,
you
whatever.
like younger girls.
That's as early as I can remember.
Okay, so about 13. And then what about your brothers? He's always said that he's...
I don't know how long he's done it, like them, whatever.
And then, but now your brother and your mom also tell me that you're gay.
Yeah,
Is that true?
yeah.
Okay, so you like
I only like older guys.
older men,
Yeah.
and then girls 8 and under.
Yeah,
that be a true
just
statement?
younger girls, it doesn't exactly to be 8 and younger, to be older.
It could be older,
Yeah.
but younger than
Yeah,
12? Or younger than
probably.
18?
Yeah, probably younger than 18.
Okay.
Do you have relationships with older men?
Not recently, no, but I have.
Okay. Like sexual relationships?
Yeah.
And where do you meet
And
them?
that's why at their house, that's why I don't contact people anymore, because all I want to do is have sex.
Okay.
And I was trying to look for a relationship,
Okay.
and that's all I want to do is have sex. So
And how would you meet these good gay older men?
just post on Craigslist sometimes, and
Okay.
I have an app on my phone that I literally downloaded a couple days ago.
Grindr?
Yeah, I haven't even used, and for a a while, because all they do is want to have sex, and
Okay.
I'm not into just having sex.
So where do you think the rage comes from with you guys wanting to grab a girl off the street?
I have no idea.
You think it comes from child porn? Wanting your own sex slave, you think?
I have no idea. Probably.
The plan of grabbing a mom, if you were to grab the mom, and Levi says that you guys driving down the street and you saw a mom and a little girl, and that you would have choked the mom out and killed her and then just took the girl?
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
That's what the plan was?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you actually saw a mom and a girl that you saw?
No, we didn't see one like that and just plan on whatever, doing it right there like that, but I don't even remember if we saw one walking like that and we thought about it then.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were just driving and we just started talking about
Like
it.
random thoughts came in your head. So is this like an anger act? I mean, are you mad at, or
Probably.
why are you mad?
I have no idea.
But you feel anger inside?
Yeah.
And is that anger what drives you to want to kidnap, or is it a sexual drive?
I don't really know. It's probably something that happened to me in the past that I don't know what happened to me.
But you feel angry?
Yeah.
All the time?
Pretty much, yeah.
You're just mad?
Yeah.
But you don't know why?
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to take it out on younger girls?
Yeah.
What about the older men?
No, I haven't thought about.
That you're not angry towards the older men?
I'm angry towards them because all they want to do is have sex, but that's probably it.
Okay. But you don't know why you're angry?
No.
You have no idea?
No.
That you just feel it inside?
Yeah.
And do you want to kill people too?
No.
You don't?
No.
Do you tell people that you want to kill people?
I probably told them when I went to the hospital that I'm feeling homicidal, but I didn't mean like I was going to kill someone. Like I meant like I was going to beat someone off.
Right. No, I mean like when you're with your brother and your mom.
No.
You don't ever tell them that you want to kill people?
No.
Just like if there's a guy walking down the street, you never say, I just want to run that guy over.
No.
No? Okay.
But if you see a girl, do you say like, she's hot, I'd like to get with that, and things like that?
We just look at her and say something about her, whatever.
Okay. Now, if you were to grab a girl, would that you just rape her in the car and let her go somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Is it sexual though? I mean, do you actually want to do sexual things to her?
Yeah.
The girl that you kidnapped, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're not just kidnapping her just to kidnap her. You want to actually do stuff to her.
I don't know if I actually would, but yeah.
That's the idea behind it.
I don't know if I'd actually be able to go through with her or not until I'm at that point.
And that little girl that you want to do that to is in its anger, right?
Yeah.
You're angry at her?
I guess just people.
At just people.
Yeah.
And so, but you don't know what drives you to want a girl versus a boy.
No.
But it's definitely a girl.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what your brother said too.
Yeah.
And so what does he say about that? Does he initiate these conversations, or do these come from your head?
Both of us, just randomly.
Okay, so randomly you're talking back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't talk to you earlier. I talked to Levi.
Yeah.
Were you molested as a...
If I was, I don't remember.
Okay.
And if I did remember, there'd be no reason to hide it.
Right.
What if I already talked to somebody about it?
Right, because he
And
shared that
when I
with
go
you.
to the hospital, I tell them, they ask the same question. I say, if I was, I don't remember.
Okay.
And so, if I was, I don't remember being molested. But if it was anybody, I would think it would most likely have been my dad that did it.
It would be your dad.
Yeah.
What's your relationship like with your dad?
We barely even talk. It's been like that our whole life.
Really?
He's always just, I remember better stuff from my uncle when we were homeless and we lived with my uncle, my mom's brother. I remember stuff he did for us, and I don't even remember stuff my dad did for us.
Okay. So you don't remember your dad. Do you remember him being around even?
When I was younger, he was a drunk.
Okay.
And he was around. I don't even remember if he worked. I don't remember if he just stayed home drinking or what.
Okay.
But I don't really remember my childhood too much.
How about your mom? What's your relationship like with her?
I get along with her, and she was always there for us and everything, and tried to help me.
Okay.
And
So
my sister too. My oldest sister, not the young. She's older than me, but the younger one, I don't even talk to her.
Ricky?
Yeah.
You talk to Ricky or you don't?
I don't.
Okay.
I haven't talked to her in like probably 2 years.
Okay. And Christy?
Yeah, I just talked to her the other day.
You have a good relationship with
Yeah.
Christy, but but not with Ricky.
Yeah.
And then, are you angry with your mother for any reason?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So, are you angry with your father?
Yeah.
You hate him?
Yeah.
You just...
I don't like how he treated my sisters.
Okay.
Like, I think he abused them. I don't know sexually, but I'm pretty sure he abused them, treated them like shit, like threw the stuff around the room, whatever, and didn't let them hang out with people and everything. But then he gave me and my brother, like, he gave us stuff and treated us better than them. I don't know why he would treat us better than them. That, like, pisses me off toward him. Why he would treat them like that, but not us.
Right, so you think it was a boy-girl thing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to treat my boys great and treat my girls like crap?
So that might be one of the things why it's a girl. Something, I don't know.
Because maybe you kind of have a little bit of that. A little bit of your dad and you, is what you're trying to say? Is that right, you think?
Probably.
Okay. And does that make you mad?
Yeah.
Well, are you glad we came into your house today?
Kind of, yeah.
Why?
Because I needed help and I didn't really know how else to get it besides getting arrested, and I guess it happened.
It just scares the hell out of me that you and your brother were driving down the street and say, hey, maybe we can get that.
Yeah.
And seeing the little girl, but that scares me. But at the same time, I think God sent us to your house so that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Because I don't know if we would ever actually act on it or not, but
the thoughts sometimes come in reality.
Yeah.
And what we see is that when people watch child porn, and as it gets more violent and violent and violent, none of that does anything for you anymore, so you want to act out on it. Now, whether it's acting out of molesting a niece, molesting your sister, or kidnapping and molesting a girl right off the street, this rage, that's what child porn generates.
Yeah.
Have you ever touched a kid?
No.
Have you ever had access to touch a kid?
I have, but I didn't even do anything about it.
If you were alone with a kid and you didn't think anybody would ever find out, do you think you would do it?
I don't know.
You don't know because you've never been in that position?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say to us?
Is there anything that you can tell us that might be able to help us or have us help you?
Pretty much everything I told you guys that I can think of.
And I know you just got out of hospital too, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
I was just feeling a little depressed because of the weather and everything. Just went there to get away from people in society. Because we don't hang around people in this area because we don't like them.
Do you have any friends?
No, not at all.
None.
We have like 2 friends that we barely even see. Like when we just say, hey, once in a while, whatever, talk to them, just walk away.
So you don't really have any friends other than your brother?
Yeah.
He's pretty much your only friend, right?
Yeah.
And same thing with him?
Yeah.
And I mean, he creates this facade that he has kids, but he really doesn't have any kids.
I don't know if he has any kids or not, yeah.
But you've never seen them
No.
in person? Okay, but he wants people to think he's normal?
Yeah.
And you want people to think you're normal too?
I don't really care if people think I'm normal or not.
You don't?
No.
Do you, and that's another thing your brother said, he believes that you don't care about anybody and about anything.
I don't care about myself, I care about my family.
You do care about your family. So you have feelings for your family. You love your family? Okay. And then, but you don't care about that little girl?
Probably not.
That you would kidnap?
I have no relationship to her.
Because you don't know her and she's not your family. But if she was related to you, you would feel differently?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. I'm just trying to get in your head because I don't know. So after you had your stay in the hospital, do you feel better?
Somewhat, yeah.
Does that help you, or does it just?
It helps, yeah.
Do you think it's just getting away and getting out of your house?
Yeah.
That helps?
Yeah.
Do you feel safe in your house?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Okay. Except for the neighborhood, somewhat, but yeah. Like, because there's people walking in our yard. But my dad said, so I don't remember the exact story or something. Somebody like was breaking car windows at the bar across the street, and the guy came in our yard, and I think he had a gun or something. And we said if anyone comes in our yard like that, that me and my brother are going to do something and defend our house. And my mom and dad said just leave it alone. But we don't want any, because some people have done that before, like some drunk came in our yard, and he was like saying he's FBI or whatever. And my dad's over there on the phone. He's in the front of the house on the phone with the cops, and me and my brother are over by the guy that could have a gun. And we're calling our dad, and he's not even doing anything. He's not even going over there. He's on the phone, and then he starts getting farther away.
Right.
And then another time, when my father lived alone in his duplex, his neighbors, like these black people, came over, and they were all stoned and everything, seeing if someone lived there, because they didn't know. And then we didn't know if they had guns or whatever, and I had a knife, because just to defend myself and my brother, and I was like that, getting ready to take it out, because I don't want they're going to just run in the house. I couldn't even see their faces.
Right.
And we go in the garage, and my dad's in there, and he's like cowering behind, there was like a little fence thing, like a railing, and he's in there cowering. And while I was in cowering, I was getting out of the car. He's just out for himself. And
so you think your dad's a coward?
Yeah, he is a coward.
Because he won't
And like with the
protect
house, with the dog, we tell him to clean the dog shit every day, every other day. And when someone else tells him to do it, like if the cable guy comes over, then if we tell him the cable guy's coming over, then he'll clean it, because someone else outside the family sees it.
But he doesn't care about you
He doesn't
guys.
care about us, no.
And that's what angers you, right? You think is that what drives your anger?
Yeah, he's a really
doesn't
big part of it, yeah.
Give two shits about you.
Yeah. He cares more about strangers than he does us.
That's
The
sad.
family.
And Levi did the same thing.
He did. And then he puts the dog in the kitchen, saying he's going to clean the basement, and the dog shit's in the kitchen. And then it doesn't even happen. And I just put the dog back in the basement. There's no point in arguing. I'm not going to let him shit in another room and get it dirty, because I'm just going to cook food in there.
Yeah.
Then he cleans the dog shit up, puts it in a bag, and I'm sitting there cooking food, and I pick the bag up like, what the hell is this? And there's dog shit in there. And I go out to eat, I don't want to see that.
Huh.
So it's just, like me, mostly him, I guess, that's just pissing me off about everything.
Right. And so when you go to stay in the hospital for a week, you kind of get away from all that dog shit. And it's kind of a nice break.
Yeah, I get home and it comes right back, because I'm not used to it.
Right.
I'm not really used to it, the smell, whatever.
And then your anger starts to come back. I understand.
We took those dogs out of the house.
He took them. We're going to take them
Animal
out.
control took them.
Okay, because the dogs do need to be taken away, because they don't take care of those dogs.
Yeah.
We take care of our cats.
Yeah.
Even though it's a little dirty upstairs, we take care of our cats.
Yeah.
Those dogs needed to be taken away.
Yeah.
Because the little one, he bit my mom's face one time out of nowhere. And then she was saying she's going to get him put to sleep, and she's threw him in the basement for a week. And then she's saying, oh, I'm going to put him to sleep tomorrow.
Is that her started?
No, that's from a car accident many years ago.
Okay.
He just like bit her and drew a little bit of blood.
Okay.
And she said she'll get him put to sleep. And then she said, oh, he was...
Border collie?
Yeah. Then she makes an excuse. He wasn't feeling good that day. He was sick or some bullshit. And she just kept him in the basement after that.
And didn't feed him and just...
I don't know. They feed him once in a while, but me and my brother go down there and feed him.
Try to take care of him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Beautiful dogs.
I know. And they paid over a couple $1,000 for that dog. I don't know why the hell they were just sticking it in the basement. I think they paid like over $3,000. They got a flight for it. Everything. Because they didn't want to drive to Southern Illinois. The flight was like $1,000. The dog was a couple thousand.
Wow.
Wow.
And she said, like,
you guys don't even... Who sleeps on the cot?
Me.
Yeah, so you don't even have a mattress.
Yeah, I'm used to sleeping on stuff like that, though. I don't feel comfortable on the bed.
Oh, okay. So that's your choice.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a tiny little room, too. So you get along with Christy, you don't get along with Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky ever do anything to you? Your kid?
I don't remember if she did, but I know she did do something to my brother because he told me.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he told you.
Yeah, he did. He told me. I just didn't know if anything happened to you, too.
Okay.
So, in everything that you've told us today, you've been honest about?
Yeah.
And then I just want to ask you about your tattoos, because your mom talked about that.
Yeah,
She said that she was upset that you did that to your face.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because I just like the whole tribal look, and like my ancestors from my dad's side are like Maori and Indian and stuff. I just liked the design.
Okay.
And like this one's not like, oh, this is from Star Wars, but I just thought I would go with it.
Oh, okay. Well, she told me that you did that because you told her that you hated yourself. Is that true? Did you tell her that?
I probably did. I don't know.
Okay. You don't remember?
No.
Okay. But that's not why you really did it.
No.
You did it because you wanted
Because I
it.
like the look and.
And you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the only other thing I had.
Okay.
Thanks for talking to us.
Okay.
I wish you luck, buddy. I hope you get better.
Had we not came to your house today and discovered all this, would you guys gone through with the kidnapping?
I don't know. Until we were at that point, I can't actually say yes or no for that.
But you were planning on doing?
Yeah.
What would have stopped you if we hadn't shown up?
I have no idea.
So your plan was to find some little girl, and if her mom got in the way, you're going to murder the mom.
Yeah.
And then take the girl and do sexual things to that girl.
Yeah.
And then murder the girl after you're done with it.
Yeah.
And then find another one.
Yeah.
We saved you. Think?
Yeah.
Because you don't really want to do that,
No.
or do you?
I don't think I'd actually be able to. I don't know.
Do you get joy out of causing other people pain?
No.
Or the thought of it?
I just like messing with people. Like, not like hurting them or whatever, just...
Well, what I'm saying is if you saw a video of somebody getting hurt, like a little girl,
no.
would that... Or do you like the idea of you getting hurt?
If I saw a video of a little girl getting hurt, it might, like, make me not happy, but I might like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what you watch, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the stuff you're watching little girls get hurt?
Yeah.
And that you like that, right?
Yeah.
And not only you, Levi, too.
Yeah.
And for some reason that makes you tick, right?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't watch it,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Or are you watching it for another reason?
I'm watching it because of that.
Because you like to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what gets you aroused?
Yeah.
Okay, AJ, thanks.
Yeah.